the streets. You feel me? It's a whole lot.
Who you
So I
telling?
just been taking it easy for real, for real. But
Right.
you had, I've been seeing 444. I was everywhere. So I wanted to get a take on, what what is it about this 444 energy that maybe one needs to look into or pay attention to at this moment?
Right. Okay. I have like Miss Blue's numerology deck, and that's
Yeah.
actually the card that tells you to take action. So
Mm.
anytime you see 444, we really supposed to be taking action. Like,
Okay, that makes sense. Every time I've seen it, I've been in action. So I just been wanting to know in
so
the
you either
moment,
get
me
that
doing what I'm doing.
confirmation that you're taking action, or it's something else you need to take action on. But usually, it's all about you got to think of what kind of thoughts are you thinking before you see the number. And then it's kind of like, cause
That
I
is
look at it
true.
like, the ancestors or the spirit realm is sending me a text message. So it's like I'm thinking something, and then when I see that number, it's like, okay, they sending me a text like, okay, this is how you should be moving with that thought.
Correct, correct, correct. I agree. Basically, I'm just kind of confirming for myself that I don't need to look no further than what the divine is showing me. Like don't go too off on the deep end and just let things be. But in the moment, or where I started for recently, and I've been seeing it elsewhere, but it was on my morning walk to the gym, and I was just vibing, but I was not like, I don't know. You might have heard the term like a pick me up, like when you need,
Right.
when you need that boost of energy.
Mhm.
That's kind of how I felt from seeing 744 or 7444, and
Mm.
that was how I saw 444, but it was 7444, and so I'm like, okay, well, what is this about? I ultimately calculated the numbers. It was 21. It resulted in
Mm.
three. So on the foundation of it all, I guess I don't know.
I'm
I
not gonna
know.
break down all that because seven by itself is like a number of enlightenment,
Right.
spirituality. So it's like, should you be taking action on something spiritual, or like, are you, it's confirmation that you are taking action on, something spiritual.
Okay. And I'm glad
'Cause
you mentioned it like that because I
mm,
do need to be taking more action spiritually within oneself as far as how I want to operate and govern and generate my whole thing. So it's like I've been doing a lot of like self work. I've been in the gym every day, been doing what I gotta do on the physical, let's say. So I've been feeling all right, but I just haven't been kind of feeling like, I don't know. I ain't been feeling like, I want to get into my magic. Nothing against it. I just haven't been feeling the motivation. I've been kind of like trying to get my mundane shit together. So I don't know if that is. I don't know if one is taken from the other, but where basically that's where I'm at.
right. And see, four is all about foundations too. So it's good that you're thinking about, like, having a strong foundation before you, take some action. Because that's also key too. Sometimes we take action without having, the foundation or that thought process in place.
Right. Now that's
Yeah.
indeed
And
true.
then four is also the Emperor card. And as we know, that's
Right. That's what I've
like,
been channeling a lot as far as the Emperor energy and the Empress energy as well. And
hmm
just those two energies alone been showing up quite often. So I've been trying to figure out what is it exactly that I need to look into on the spirit level. Because I mean, I've been doing what I can. I'm not moving out of my control, and so that's something that I admire in the fact that like when I do feel like I'm at a hope, I know it ain't a bad thing as much as like I didn't met my, I wouldn't say limit, but I didn't made my destiny. I made my mark. So now it's time to like rebrand or reform my steps, and that's where I'm like, okay, how do I go about that?
that's it. And all you gotta do, cause journaling is very powerful right now. Like I've been buying different journals as they come, I come across them. But like just
Yeah.
having that urge to write it out, that way you can be able to see
Dang,
exactly
you
what it
own it.
is.
Cause I've been telling myself I got a journal that I ain't finished, but in my
Mhm.
head I'm like, man, I need to get another one because I know just how much I need to write, and
Right.
I haven't been writing as much. So I do need to get into that, and maybe that's just what it is as far as being able to express myself and open up, the space to really communicate and get to the problem, and then look back over it as well, like. So I think that's something I need to take into consideration. But
You on the right path. You know, you definitely been doing the thing. Like, you know, I've been catching a couple of your lives. So, you know, you my favorite ghetto mystic out here in these cosmic streets for real.
nah, for
Ghetto mystic.
real, man, I thank you for that because honestly, man, I feel that I'm being mistaken, or how I can say mistaken, for I don't know what other people got going on in their life, but we call ourselves trying to help people and service people, man. And I just be feeling like, Miss Blue said it the other night. She was do not cast your pearls among swine. And
Boom. And that
my
confirmation,
thing,
because you say that all the time. Yeah.
no, for real. And my whole thing is, how can one identify the swine before any exchange of energy? Because I'm a very outgoing person, where it's like, I'm not judging everybody on the sense of like, oh, well, you ain't doing no work, so you ain't on this. I'm a very open person. I understand people not involved in what I might be involved in. So
Right. So you
how
want to know
can
how to identify the swine.
Yeah,
I
because
want
it's a
to
lot
say
of
the best.
people that's in deceptive energy, and I don't like that.
You can say that again, because I picked the Joker card and the Coyote card. So it's definitely a lot of trickery energy in the air.
Yeah,
But for
it's a
me
lot.
personally, how I identify swine, you saying casting your pearl among swine, I would say I read the aura. It's in the energy. And also, like, you actually just stop and just listen to people talk.
Yeah,
You can hear
yeah.
the energy. Just listen to what they're saying, but also listen to how they're speaking. Like, you can hear it in their voice. You can hear it in the tone. You
Okay,
know,
so
and
I'm glad you're saying that because I